Dope, 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 let's get it. I'm a trapping fanatic, that shit automatic, so I cannot turn it on or off. Bitches all on my dick, then she hop on my dick, I'm like, why you keep hopping on and off? Your bitch all on my dick, she be doing the most, I tell her, little bitch, she so extra. And my gun up on me, but not run up on me, niggas, they wanna fight, they some wrestlers.
The stage was set for an epic clash. Team Y boasted the exceptional talents of Isagi as their main goal scorer and Iki Nico, who possesses an extraordinary spatial awareness ability. On the opposing side, Team Z showcased the formidable offensive lineup of Kira, Bachira, Kunigami, and Shigiri. As from the start, Team Z devised a strategy specifically aimed at neutralizing Isagi's impact on this game, as we would get a flashback to their training, where Kira was the one to come up with this plan. Raichi would actually be the one to question if it would even work, but Kira was confident. They were determined to contain him and prevent him from unleashing his full potential in this match. Team Y began running down the field with the ball, utilizing their strongest options, Nico and Isagi. Isagi then noticed he was being watched from all angles. I see what you're doing. Isagi presses ahead, only to have Raichi and Kunigami block him with their bodies. Not so fast, you freak. Nico then looked up for the pass, but there was no option, so he was forced to dribble around Bachira, making him more excited. Move around, you egoist. Don't you order me around, you idiot. If you bastards won't let me go forward then, I'll just do it in reverse. They were soon overwhelmed by Isagi's incredible reversal red shot. It exploded with power right by them, leaving most of them in shock. Nico then walks over, saying it took him long enough, but Isagi couldn't care less. Looking at Kira, he smiled. If that's all you got, then fall over and die with your shitty plan. Although Team Y seemed poised for a dominant victory, Team Z did not succumb easily. They put up a valiant fight, displaying resilience and determination. In fact, because of their main offense, they managed to get by Isagi with clear passes. Kunigami was the one to end up with the ball, going for a left-footed shot, as he claimed that this one would be his. The hero went to claim victory, only to have Iki Nico block the shot with his face. The keeper shouts out that it's a loose ball, and Okuwa grabs it. Now it's our turn. He lobs it over their heads to Isagi, who was already waiting for it. With his back turned, he could feel it. No, not feel. But this time, he could also see it with his 6 eyes. I get it now. You're using me. Is that how you plan to become the #1 in Japan? Isagi then spins right around Kira, letting the ball fall to the ground while also bouncing. Well then, let's get started. Isagi uses his lapsed blue dribbling technique to draw on players from Team Z, making them look foolish. With different combinations, they wouldn't stand a chance. From his expression alone, you could tell that he was becoming more confident in his skills. It's not like he wasn't before, but now he was just showing off. Things like making Kira stumble, dropping Raichi to the ground, and rolling the ball off his shoulders around Monk. None of them stood a chance at all. And now, it was time for the climax. Isagi winds up his shot, only to have Kuon foul him here. There's no way you'll be able to shoot like this. Isagi falls to the ground with the whistle going off, and Kuon gets a yellow card. A free kick is then given to the opposing team, with Isagi taking it. Well, if I'm being honest, I expected something like this from your team. He then steps back while placing his hands together. Try and block this. Our protagonist easily shows off his hollow purple shot, scoring his 2nd goal of the match, as he would celebrate by looking down on his opponents, telling them that their best isn't enough. And throughout the match, Isagi's indomitable spirit and unwavering determination shined through, overcoming every obstacle in his path. He showcased his extraordinary skills and led Team Y to a victory. However, the match was still fiercely contested, with Team Z refusing to back down. In the end though, Team Y still won, but not without a hard-fought battle against their opponents. Isagi's brilliance and Nico's spatial awareness played a pivotal role in securing their win. The match served as a testament to the power of both of them and their individual talent. With their win, Team Y leaves their opponents in shambles, as each one of them seemed crushed by the power of Isagi. And for the rest of the first selection, nothing really happens, as Team Y would go undefeated with Isagi leading them in goals. Not even Baru could keep up with Isagi, especially as he begins to let loose. And if he couldn't, the Wanima twins stood no chance at all. Now, for the training that they have before going into the next selection, Ego does notice that Isagi isn't struggling at all, which intrigues him. So he has Isagi increase his training to further his growth. At first he hated this, but he soon began to do it more and more, as it changed his mind. It wasn't any special treatment or anything, but for him to grow, he would need an extra push like this, and he realized that himself. So the hours of shooting or extra sets in the weight room all contributed to him becoming better. Soon, their team would step through the large doors, entering a room with many other players. Ego begins to explain what he has in store for them next, especially with them being introduced to the greater world. But as he begins to explain football outside of Japan, with all players of shapes and sizes, mid-speech, Isagi walks through the doors into the first test while waving at Nico. Make sure you keep up. Isagi eagerly stepped into the second selection, a blue lock, ready to face the daunting challenge that awaited him. The first test demanded nothing short of an extraordinary skill and determination, scoring 100 goals in under 90 minutes. However, the room harbored a formidable opponent in the form of their holographic keeper, programmed to block even the toughest shots. Undeterred, Isagi knew that he had to rely on his two shooting techniques to take them to new heights. His first technique, reversal red shot, possessed the ability to explode off a pass or when struck as a dead ball. It was a potent weapon in his arsenal, but he understood to conquer this test swiftly, he needed more, as his second technique was a hollow purple shot, had a longer windup, but it had devastating power. When unleashed through the air, it made a formidable force. Isagi recognized the potential within these techniques, as even though it required more time to execute, he was willing to embrace the challenge to refine his skills even further. To achieve victory within the time limit, he would have to push himself beyond what he believed as his limits. His six eyes heightened a sense of awareness and perception, but would play a crucial role in reading the holographic keeper's movements and predicting them, finding the slightest openings that he would exploit. Isagi was determined to sharpen his shooting techniques and perfect his timing and unleash his shots with unwavering precision. With each strike of the ball, he began to grow stronger. He relentlessly trained his body, honing his shooting techniques until they became second nature to him. The room echoed with the sound of the ball crashing against the holographic keeper's virtual hands. But Isagi persisted, undeterred by the goalkeeper's resilience. As the minutes ticked away, his focus intensified as he channeled everything into his six eyes and his shooting techniques. The reversal red shot became even more explosive, leaving the goalkeeper with no chance to react, and the hollow purple shot, though requiring a longer wind-up time, gained an even deadlier precision, ripping through the air like a fighter jet, breaking the sound barrier. Isagi smiled, saying that this place was getting even more exciting. As he quickly finishes up this test, taking his final shot, which left a smile on Ego's face. As Isagi stepped through the doors, being the first to do so, and his number would change to that of 1, and Ego congratulates him on being the first to pass through, but he states he'll have to wait on 2 others before he can go even further. He nods and he would sit down, as later Rin and even Tokimitsu would walk through the gates. Well then, let's form a team of 3. They agree and head to the next area, wasting no time, as it might be a while before any challenge for them arrives. And some time does pass before another team of 3 makes it to them. But it was an unexpected trio of Kira, Nico, and Kunigami, and with this match, they would actually challenge them, with Isagi's team being red and Kira's being white. Team Red, consisting of Isagi, Rin, and Tokimitsu, showcased their dominance throughout this match. And as it kicked off, both teams exhibited incredible individual plays. Rin, known for his exceptional shooting ability, surprised everyone by scoring an astonishing goal from half field, leaving the spectators in awe. His precise and powerful shot left the opposing team with no chance to counter or block. With that, Team White began to make their own plan. Having two strategists made this easier, as Kira could bounce ideas off of Nico, and with Nico already understanding Isagi somewhat, he knows how he plays, and tells him to leave it up to him. He's going to find a way to finally beat him. They go on their own attack, with Ren not responding or even moving, making this a 2 versus 3. Kunigami gets the ball and sees an opening going right by Tokimitsu, who got bodied. Wait, no. I can't let you score. Kunigami goes for a shot, only to have it blocked by Isagi. Damn it. You're so predictable. No way you could be a hero. Nico watches the ball fall and prepares to use his own direct shot, only to have it stolen by Rin. You don't even know how to use those damn eyes of yours. Nico is shocked as he watches Rin begin to dribble and take another shot, only to have it trapped midair by Isagi and then shot into the net with a volley. Rin was dumbfounded that his goal was stolen, but he stated that he expected as much from someone who's in the same group as his brother. Isagi then turned, asking what he was talking about, and Rin tells him that Hitoshi Sei, another Generation 11 member, is his elder brother. Isagi states he doesn't even know who that is, or what group he's even referring to. Rin would then put it together in this moment, that since Isagi was so young, and probably the youngest member of their group, he's never even met the other Generation 11 players. He might not even know that he is one. That's just something that goes around the world. But why was that? Isagi then states that he doesn't care about Rin's brother. If he's not a striker, then he's not important. He slicks back his hair out of his eyes, letting it flow and showing off his 6 eyes. The rest of this match becomes set in stone, with Isagi not letting anyone score but himself. However, 2 people would actually try to manage, and they would score, with Ren scoring a corner shot. And someone expected. Nico of Team White tapped into his hidden potential, using his determination and his tenacity led him to awaken his own eyes, enhancing his spatial awareness to unparalleled heights. As he thought more and more of the words of Ren, it was the key to everything. With his newfound ability, he became a force to be reckoned with on the field, as his precise passes and exceptional reading of the game and quick decision-making led to an opening for himself. But besides this shot that he was able to get off, Team Red would of course have victory. And now they had to figure out who to choose. But it was actually obvious, as Isagi tells his old friend to join him once again, with Nico stating that it would be a pleasure. Looking up while grabbing the hand of Isagi, we now see his eyes have their own unique pattern, which causes our protagonist to smile, knowing what this could mean for their future.